Hello, everybody. Welcome to the one, the only, the Detroit Cast, Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen.
How are you, my friend?
Great.
Thank you guys for your exceptional work yesterday. I'm assuming everything went swimmingly. I'm not hearing a bunch of complaints.
Oh, we just turned it off after you left.
Did you?
Just turned it off. See ya.
You guys were still here when I pulled in. I got home like right before you guys stopped or something. I just laid down on the couch with a numbing agent.
But that tasted good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Numbing agent on your gums.
They had to do the what is that? They fill the tray full of
Impressions.
goop and do impressions. I'm like, gas! I need the gas! She's
Shut
like,
up.
I can't give you the gas for this. It's not going to hurt. I'm like, it hurts so bad. I don't want you stuffing anything in my... Gas!
God.
They wouldn't give me the gas, though. But they're like, oh, what flavor would you like?
Oh, that stuff so gross, isn't it?
They hand me
Make
a
it
list.
bubble gum.
Yeah, bubble gum.
ugh.
You know, Superman ice cream, watermelon, peach,
Yeah.
orange. Like I was, and I'm like, I'm gonna go grape. It was the worst grape
Of course
I've ever
it
had.
was.
It was
Yes,
terrible
it's-
grape.
It's such an awful facsimile to the fruit that
Yeah.
they're advertising. And dude, I still, to this day, I had a surgery when I was a little kid. I don't remember what it was. Some ear, nose, throat, adenoids or whatever,
Yeah.
tonsils, whatever it was. And they put me under, and they're like, "Oh, this is bubblegum flavor." It's like,
Yeah. I
Like,
want the surgery.
dude. That made me puke for
Yeah.
years afterwards, just thinking about it. I was so sick after that. And
Really?
and just that bubblegum flavor.
Yeah, it's not. They haven't perfected that. I don't, and it seems like it's been shit since we were kids.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're getting better at it. They've given up on that. Like it's close enough to grape-ish.
So did you find little pieces of that grape goo later
In
yeah.
my fucking beard,
Ah.
on my shirt, and it hurt like hell trying to pull it out of there. I had no idea that's what I was gonna do. She's roaming around, she's roughing her fingers through there trying to get goop out. She's like, now stick your tongue to your roof, and I'm like, now I gotta swallow, and the thing's shifting. It's a nightmare.
latex finger going
Ugh.
between your cheek and gum?
Ugh. So gross.
Did you feel better though?
Not really. No, not yet. I have to go in for that consult tomorrow, and until these things come out, they're like, no, we're not taking those teeth out. That's the surgeon's going to do that, and then we'll do the retainer bullshit.
My offer stands, Mike.
It might.
Should you need me?
Can you talk without
Got my
two
nail
teeth?
punch. Bonk. Just take one hack.
Yeah, it would if you just split right between the two of them.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah, you take both pins down. You would if you hit that. If your bowling ball was accurate, you would take both pins down immediately. Can you talk though, missing those teeth?
Yeah, I had the same ones.
Same
dude.
ones.
You'll be fine. Trust me.
Don't believe you.
Hey, everybody, the Blind Biz is the place for blinds, shutters, and all types of shades. They service a wide area of Michigan, and listener Rich offers free consultations, shop and home appointments, and free installation. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you may see the blinds herein.
Absolutely.
And wonder, where did those guys get such sweet blinds? Well, we got them from Rich at The Blind Biz. TheBlindBiz.com is the website. Mention TDC, and Rich will honor 20% off your blinds purchase over $399 with some exclusions.
The only thing that made me excited was going, like last night, I was laying down on the couch, just in agony, trying to put, more goop on my gums. And I'm like, let's see what's going on Netflix. Boom. New Dave Chappelle special dropped.
I had no idea that was...
I didn't either. It's fantastic.
Why did it do that with no fanfare? Was that intended? Like, we're just going
I was
to
gonna say,
smack everybody in the side of the head with it?
I think they're gonna start doing stuff like that instead of like, leaks getting out or this or that. Maybe they will just start with some people. Maybe they can decide just to be like, you know what,
Chappelle's so big.
because you don't need. Honestly, I don't think he even needs the press in a sense that like Netflix needs it to like get subscriptions. I think that you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Don't
not.
you want as many people to watch it? Like,
But you can all watch
But I
it
think
now.
he gets international news, though, when it drops like that. Like, I'm assuming it would otherwise, too, but why pay for the press when you're going to get all the press anyways? It's going to trend and everything. It's called Sticks and Stones. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It goes after the
I'm a fan.
Neverland Ranch. Do you have the promo for it? There's like the Netflix promo for the Dave special. It's like 2 minutes long. It's the intro, the first thing. I had it written down for you. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. CJ.
Yeah, I'd say that's 24 font Netflix promo video
Yeah.
written
Yeah, for...
in big
Chappelle.
black ink.
And he just doesn't give a shit, dude. He's going after like R. Kelly, Michael Jackson accusers. Doesn't believe them. The Michael Jackson accusers.
Doesn't believe him.
And he's like, at one point he's like, if you haven't seen it, Don't watch the Leaving Neverland documentary. It's gross. It's fucking gross. Michael likes to stare at buttholes for long periods of time.
It's gross.
There's like a 2-minute one on Twitter, dude.
I like this Louis C.K. joke though.
Which one was that?
The masturbation.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
Call the cops.
yeah,
That part.
the whole thing.
I don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to give stuff away, but he's talking about basically everything going on in the world. He does an LGBTQ, or as he calls them, the alphabet thieves, because they've always had problems with him, and he goes after them, and they're gonna have problems again. He does this part in there. He's like, hey man, you got to work with me here. I didn't come up with this thing, but you got to admit, being born this and then saying you're this is kind of fucking hilarious. Even you can find the humor in that. He said, what if I was Chinese but born with this body, and then I had to make that face all the time and talk like that? And his wife hates that joke. She's Asian descent. Did you find it?
I don't know which one you're looking for. I'm sorry, I don't know the one you're exactly looking for. That's 2-minute one. I typed in Dave Chappelle into Twitter. You said so.
Yeah, the Netflix promo.
Well, I know the one I just had. You said it wasn't it. So
Okay, it wasn't, but yeah, whatever. Go watch it if you want to see it, I guess, guys. I was going to give you a sample clip, but apparently we can't find it. Anyway, moving on to other things. Gronkowski. Did you see he's joined up with a weed crew? Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, and dude, I felt bad for him. Do we have this video, E?
yes, we do.
He got emotional talking about retiring, and it's like, dude, he's 29 as well. 29, and we just lose Andrew Luck, right? And
Man, I thought Gronk was older than that. I don't know why.
I did too. I don't know why that is either. But he's like, I mean, well, you can watch his comments here. I mean, you feel bad for these guys. They love the game, and it's killing them just to play it.
Wherever I go, yes, Patriot fans, I love all my fans. I love Patriot fans. And wherever I go, Patriot fans always ask, am I coming back? When I'm coming back? Where am I coming back? I'm walking across the street and they're like, you're walking because you're coming back. And it's crazy. I understand. I feel that love. But I want to be clear to my fans. I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but dang, I really was, and I was fighting through it. And I knew what I signed up for, and I knew what I was fighting through. And I knew I just have to fix myself. And I believe I have the tools, I have the people around me. I have CBD medic team around me now to help me to deal with my pain whenever I need it, during a workout, whatever it is, so I can do the most safe alternative way for myself. And I believe I have the great people around me to get to where I need to get to in life. And I am very satisfied where I am in life now. And I truly believe going through those tough times, 9 years, off the field, on the field, has brought me to this point, and I believe I'm on the right path in my life.
Pretty powerful, huh?
Gronk, you got to stand still, dude.
Yeah. It'd be nerve-wracking, though, to be up there, wouldn't it? Be up there talking like, yeah.
You're Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
People love you.
Yeah.
Stand up there and talk, man.
He also made some other comments about a quad injury he suffered during the Super Bowl. And he said he knew he was retiring after that. I got done with that game. I could barely walk. I slept 5 minutes that night. I couldn't even think. I was in tears in my own bed after a Super Bowl victory. It didn't make that much sense to me. And then for 4 weeks, I couldn't even sleep for more than 20 minutes a night. I was like, damn, this sucks. I didn't feel good. It was one of the biggest, deepest thigh bruises I've ever gotten. It led to significant internal bleeding. Good Lord. So he says it's a purpose to have a passion in my life, to have joy in my life, and then to inspire optimal health within myself. I need to do that in order to get to a peak, and then I can bring it to other people. Because I know in the NFL, other players are dealing with these injuries and pain. And it's currently a banned substance, I think, in the NFL. Is one of the, drugs that you're not allowed to use is CBD. And so these guys are really trying hard. I know.
God, I bet that gets changed in a hurry. It seems
Right?
like that's just accepted everywhere now.
I think McCarty is working on that with the NHL, and Gronk is doing that with the NFL. But that's got to change. If these guys are all coming out that have battered their bodies for all these years and going, hey, I found something that works that's not a fucking opioid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how can you turn a blind eye to that and be like, no,
Well,
it's weed.
even throw some THC in it and let them get high. And shit, man.
Yeah.
These guys are killing
Definitely.
each
Who
other.
cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Aaron Rodgers, speaking out too, disgusted with the Colts fans. I don't know how mad you can get at the Colts fans for booing Andrew Luck a little bit. You know, it's just the in-the-moment reaction. You're like, fuck.
Would you have booed him?
Hell no.
No.
No, but I get the passion of fans, you know? So, you know, some guys are, he said, I 1,000% or 100% respect him immensely for his decision. I salute him for choosing quality of life. He's a fantastic player, great career. He's got a lot to look forward to. And some of these guys, Doug Gottlieb, did you see the tweet he sent out the other day?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
By the way,
you?
dude, he did come out and say it was a joke.
Oh, really?
Me and Jay talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
About what he said.
Retiring
and I was
is the most millennial.
Yeah, and I was like,
because
well-
of rehab is the most millennial thing you can.
Yeah, and Troy Aikman took it to this, you bullshit, you don't know fucking what you're, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what
He's
he
just
said.
read it. He's like, what if Newberg quoted that? You'd be like, oh, that's kind of a funny joke.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and I
think
saw a
he's
thing.
being serious.
I saw a thing today where he's like, dude, I've been a smartass my whole life, and it was mostly just, you know, busting balls in reality.
Taking a 29-year-old that retires early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But I think Gottlieb is known for his hot takes
Right.
on FS1. And so it's like, no, motherfucker. I respected Troy Aikman. I mean, he's awesome. And, you know,
Fox.
But wait a minute, what do you
colleague.
say? When you say no, motherfucker? You mean there's nothing you don't? Because you, I think of all people, would be fine with that.
Oh, I have no problem with what Gottlieb said.
Oh, okay.
I think it's fair, though, that these players are going to come out and be like, no, motherfucker.
Well, wait a minute though. If it's just, I mean, it's just a joke. I mean, honestly, he's a talk show host, and so if he has a Twitter account and he makes a joke,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, again, it shocks me that you couldn't be like, dude, just take a joke, man. It's just a joke.
I think it's way more personal to these guys that played 12 years in a league and have ruined their bodies in a lot of respects. I think you're going to get that backlash
Yeah.
from a point guard in basketball talking shit about what an NFL player goes through because it's not comparable. So I'm not surprised to see a Troy Aikman go, you know, take that seriously. A guy that had 8 concussions in his career or something. You know what I mean?
I was
I
surprised
do,
to see
but I
Aikman
think-
say anything like that. Aikman just seems like straight down the middle to me.
Yeah.
So to see him say bullshit in public,
That's total bullshit, Doug. Yeah, he was not happy. But yeah, you've seen a lot of these guys jump to the defense of Luck, like, oh, dude, you have no idea the pain that they go through, and we can't imagine, honestly, what an athlete at that level. Like, dude, I sprained my ankle and I'm fucked for like a month.
yeah,
It
you talked about being
sucks.
unable to jump out of the back bed of your pickup.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. My gums are killing me to the point of tears.
Your gums.
I look at McCarty. He's missing 3 teeth here, 2 teeth. It's like these guys get fucked up, man, and you don't hear them whining about shit. Here I am. I can't work today. I
Well,
gotta.
you're also not paid like they are.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. I don't know how to feel about this story. It's a little disturbing. College football player, Tennessee Vol, got into a kind of a domestic with his girl, Bryce Thompson. He's a corner. And he was arrested after he allegedly, people heard him say he was going to slap the shit out of her. Is that enough to get you fucking arrested now?
See something, say something, righty?
Yeah. He got into an argument with his girlfriend around 8 p.m. at his dorm on campus. And the witnesses overheard the couple arguing, told authorities they heard him tell the woman he would slap the shit out of you and that he would shoot up the school, which seems a bit...
What?
Hey, boy, you didn't mention that part of it. When you wondered why he was arrested.
Wait a minute. So he's in a fight with his girlfriend, I guess, or
Yeah.
or some chick, and I'll slap the shit out of you. And on top of that, I'm going to shoot up this whole fucking school. What do you think about that?
He's an emotional guy, you know?
I mean,
He is. She does say that he's an emotional guy. And I don't know...
Shoot up the school.
Well, what if he was like, slap the shit out of you? He doesn't get the visceral reaction he's looking for, and he feels he's got to take it up a notch to send that message. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It just seems like an odd.
Do you know what the problem was, what the fight started about? Because they've been together 4 years.
Sure, it was pretty important, right?
Well, she maybe found some fake eyelashes in his bedroom that didn't belong to her. So, he's like, what, bitch?
Yeah.
Do these fake eyelashes belong to? He's like, damn.
So his response is, I'm going to slap the shit out of you and shoot up the school.
I imagine there was a little back and forth
Yeah.
in between. I don't think it was the trifecta that you pulled the other day. What was it? You're ugly.
You're ugly. No, you're a punk.
You're a punk.
You're ugly, and you'll amount to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm still very ashamed of that final one.
Yeah.
But you got to realize,
I
it was in
know.
the moment. My mind was,
I know, dude.
I'm
We've
trying to
all
subscribe to the rule of three, right? The
Yeah.
rule of three. You got to have three. You can't just leave it at you're a punk, you're ugly.
Yeah.
You're a punk, you're ugly, and comma, Oxford comma, and
Oxford comma. You've had more time to think about this, and we all have moments where we want to do over.
We talked it through yesterday,
Yeah.
and I liked your guys' solution. Pull them in close. Although, just physically, that wasn't going to happen. They were already in retreat, so that wasn't
Even him?
possible. Yeah,
That's
they
why,
were out-
that's why I said, though, if you remember, like, it's just like, just call him back. And be like, yo,
Nah,
dude, don't.
he's not coming
But that's how you could try to do it.
I understand. No, that's a good solution. Have that third one
Kind
be a
of be like-
real,
really send a message that no one would believe in a million years you would send.
He's just got to be the only one that hears it. That's the only thing.
Yeah. It's got to be his word versus your word, and we've already established what a punky is. You know?
And then apparently he's not good looking or something. Is that what you said? Or
He's one of these kids hasn't grown into his teeth yet. He's got these big teeth and these beady little eyes. Yeah, he was ugly. He was ugly.
So that was the truth.
His actions were ugly. His face
You
was
know,
ugly.
you cannot be accused of slander,
Nope.
besmirching his good name.
Well-
the truth will have your back at all times, right? That's what the law says.
Punk. He's ugly.
but how long are we going to wait to decide whether he amounts to anything and who decides and what?
Well, it's a
and is
spectrum.
something.
Maybe
I know.
he
We have-
grows into his teeth. We don't know.
But I think you can only be held account for what you said in this moment. Now, you extended the third one into perpetuity, but he was in fact ugly at this point.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some picture evidence first, but I'll take
The
your
third
word
one's
for
a
it.
tall order. You'll amount to nothing.
What would amounting to nothing be, in your opinion?
I mean,
Like, what if he's E? Has E amounted to nothing?
Yeah, I don't know.
that'd be a.
I don't agree with that. But
I
see,
would.
it's a
I would
spectrum.
obviously disagree. So
Look, man, my mind was going a mile a minute. I can't quantify what amounting
See,
to nothing
and
was.
the thing-
I just
the-
needed a third thing.
the tricky thing is the amounting to nothing again. I mean, dude, technically for some people, I mean, if he just has a job, what if he just has a job in an apartment and he's not, he's paying
Yeah.
his bills?
Because
Is that
he's got
something?
me,
I mean, what?
I mean, it's not
what does
amounting to nothing
have
unless
to,
unless he's shitting on the sidewalk in a bustling inner city somewhere.
jail for horrible reasons that he's in there
You
for.
could still go to jail and amount to something.
I know,
You
but
you could learn your lesson. But
well,
but if he's just a bum sleeping in the streets, shitting on sidewalks,
Then
Beg-
I've won.
then you've won. Clear. We need to keep tabs on this young man. We need to find out where he is at
Zach.
all
Go
times.
find Zach.
Zach. Fucking Zach. So yeah. Anyway, I thought it was funny, and I don't know what this has to do with anything today, but I saw Nick Saban trending like crazy. Did you see that?
No.
And it's basically a resurfaced video talking about this type of thing, and I thought it was worth watching. And it's from a couple of years ago, I think, and
Talking about domestic violence or what?
talking about disciplining student athletes and how, you guys want to just kill them all. You just want to take them there as soon as they do something. What are you doing? Kicking them off the team, blah, blah, blah. Did you have that video, E? I thought it's good. And I think there's a lot of truth to what he says here. And you'll remember one of the players he talks about.
There's always a lot of criticism out there when somebody does something wrong. Everybody wants to know how you're going to punish the guy. All right, but there's not enough for 19 and 20-year-old kids, people out there saying, why don't you give them another chance? All right, so I'm going to give a speech right now about this. Like, where do you want him to be? Guy makes a mistake. Where do you want him to be? You want him to be in the street? Or do you want him to be here graduating? When I was over there at the Nagurski, Muhsin Muhammad, who played 15 years for the Carolina Panthers, played for me at Michigan State. Everybody in the school, every newspaper guy, everybody was killing a guy because he got in trouble and said there's no way he should be on our team. I didn't kick him off the team. I suspended him. I made him do stuff. He graduated from Michigan State. He played 15 years in the league. All right, he's a president of a company now. And he has 7 children, and his oldest daughter goes to Princeton. So who is right? I feel strong about this now, really strong. all right, about all the criticism out there of every guy that's 19 years old that makes a mistake, and you all kill him. And then some people won't stand up for him. So my question to you is, where do you want him to be? You want to condemn him to a life sentence? Or do you want the guy to have his children going to Princeton?
I don't think it's a
Problem is,
one or the
people
other.
don't trust college coaches, right?
Yeah.
So it may be that Saban has the best of intentions for all of his players, and that he
Yeah.
wants them only to be fine young men ultimately. But everybody is so suspicious of the motives, as they should be, because
Yeah.
all these guys want to do is win.
Yep.
That they go, all right, dude, what are you doing to this kid? You know, I'm just throwing out a hypothetical. Kid's accused of raping a chick. You
Yeah.
know, and you're going to let him back on the team, like. Of course, you know, he's a
Yeah.
good player, sure. Well,
Yeah.
you know, he would argue, well, look at Muhsin Muhammad and look
I
at
don't
he had
remember
some-
what Muhsin Muhammad did.
I have no idea what he did.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know,
And a lot of the criticism too comes from Auburn fan wants that kid off because for obvious reasons
Right.
Auburn wants to beat Alabama.
Right.
So
I understand his point, but I think there's more options or potential outcomes than he's on the streets or his kids go to
there
Princeton.
are if people actually have good intentions for these kids, but I think
Yeah.
more often than not, these college coaches just get the kid back eligible, get him back on the team so he can catch the ball.
Yeah, he's
I
fast
don't
as
give a
shit.
shit. I don't give a shit about his life.
And I
in reality.
defended that that narrative for a long time because it was like, hey man, you're a coach, you're not a cop, you're a coach, and your job is to win at all costs. I know that's kind of a naive take, but it was like, dude, your job is to fucking win games. If you're not doing everything you can to win games, you shouldn't be there. For him, he says it's case by case basis. Where I differ from public opinion is that discipline is not punishment. If you're going to punish someone, including your children, it would be to do something to them that would change their behavior. Well, we do discipline internally, which doesn't involve suspending guys from games, whether that's police ride-arounds, time spent at juvenile centers to help young people, to try to teach players to make better choices and decisions in
Who
the future.
said this?
Saban.
Oh, so this is just follow up on his prior.
No, this is a different one. That's his comments when he got into
Yeah.
an argument with Paul Feinbaum, who took a differing approach.
Yeah. Sorry, Saban, if people are cynical, right?
Yeah.
If people look at college coaches go, is that really what you're trying to do? Or are you
Yeah.
just trying to get the kid back on the team?
You telling me some of those Florida teams,
Yeah.
you know, Miami, back in the day.
And I don't doubt there are some good coaches who do good things for
Sure.
kids, and that kids who get second chances should, certain ones. But, I mean, for him to stand up there and just, you know, lambaste everybody for, you know, how dare you? Like, how dare us? What are
Yeah.
you talking about? How dare you guys? You know, you're
Yeah.
cynical for a reason.
Yeah, we have, and good reason. 3 years ago, okay, so here, you want an example? Okay, because it's not always just rape a girl or something. You had his handling, Nick Saban's, of Cam Robinson and Hootie Jones, who weren't suspended after a drug and weapons arrest. The pair were arrested on charges of possession of a controlled dangerous substance, possession of stolen firearms. Arrest took place in a parking lot of a park at 2:23 a.m. after a cop approaches his car smelling weed. So he walks up there, he spots a handgun on the lap of the passenger, bag of marijuana on the floorboard, while the stolen handgun was under the driver's seat.
Just student athletes, you know,
What are you gonna do?
out at the park.
I mean, dude, really? You got a firearm on your lap, a bag of weed on the floor, a stolen gun under the car. It's 2:30 in the morning.
My God.
You know, so yeah, you can see why people would be a little
Yeah.
cynical. The other kid though, slapped the shit out of you. I didn't listen because I was like, First Amendment. I guess that's a threat. I could slap the shit out of
First
but
Amendment.
First Amendment. You can't declare you're going to shoot up the school. Here's what they said. His Thompson went into custody because he caused another to reasonably fear imminent bodily injury, and the relationship between him and the woman is domestic in nature. She said he's got a bad temper and punches walls during arguments. I love those guys, beat up their own walls. E, were you ever a wall puncher?
Sounds like he was.
Not a
Yeah.
wall punch. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, in what version of raid? Like, I mean, I've never, like,
In a fit of rage. I don't care
I've thrown.
what you're fitting
I've-
about.
Well, I guess I've thrown like. I mean, I'm competitive, so I guess I've done it in the sense that like when I've played video games, I've broken remote controls. Or
You're
like I've
that
maybe
kid.
maybe chucked a basketball or something, I guess, but not like. No, I guess I haven't. Like,
Didn't we always know that kid that was like he had holes all over his walls because he'd get angry and just fucking beat the shit out of his walls?
I think I slammed my door hard a few times.
Yeah.
At stuff, but
I've done
I,
that too.
I
That
never,
sends a message.
I've never No, I haven't punched. Like I don't. Well, I'm not gonna say never, but I wasn't a kid who just a person who just started punching walls.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of my rage, quote unquote, the aggression that I have, all comes from competitive bullshit. Just being mad about losing a fucking video game or being on the court.
So
and
your
being-
mom grounds you for something stupid. Were you grounded a lot as a kid?
I was sent to my room a lot.
I can see.
I don't.
I think that's fair.
I think I was only actually full on grounded for whatever that. Dude, I'm not saying this. I think sometimes I say this stuff and it makes it seem like I'm trying to now go to a place that makes me feel bad for me. But I'm not trying to say that. But like I don't know what they could ground me from. Because I didn't, they couldn't be like, well, you can't go to the party on Friday or
Take
the
your
dance.
TV away. That's an easy
No, but
one.
okay, they did take that from me.
Jesus, without TV.
They took it. Well, they did
Imagine
that.
that.
They did that one time in my high school, near the end of my high school thing. I've mentioned that before, where my dad tried to say, like, look, you're either going to sit down. I'm either going to sit down and you're going to do your math homework with me
and
every day.
And you chose.
I chose no TV.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
Would have been more
look at-
effective if they took your hands away from you.
I'm just saying. I'm saying
rub
that
up
like
against
TV was the only thing they could have ever grounded me from. There was nothing else they really could ground me.
What
from.
about masturbation? What if they said we're gonna have a spotter downstairs every minute of the day to make sure?
Yeah, I don't. Okay,
That would've sucked,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that
would've
would have
sucked.
sucked. And then the only other time I got kind of grounded, I suppose, as it were, is like I got caught with beer before I was 21 one time, and I wasn't able to see like the Kennedys and Burley, like that group of friends. I couldn't
Yeah.
see them for.
Oh,
I
your
forget
mom
how
likes
lo-
to place blame on
how
others.
long? No, it was a punishment on me. It wasn't.
Well, they were the bad influence. She would let you hang out with me. She wouldn't let you hang out with the bad influence, right?
No, that's not at all what was happening. She was punishing me because I was hanging out at their house every fucking day, and so it was a punishment not to be able to go over there anymore.
I thought we established pretty clearly last time we talked to Mr.
No,
Hi,
that
Mrs.
is bullshit. Jay did, and you did, which was a bullshit. My mom never sat there and purposely, when I
Jay,
went
am
out
I
of my way.
out of my mind here? Do you remember sort of?
When I had that situation where I was mooning the kids, even though I did it, she couldn't do. No one could prove it, and there was no proof that it happened.
I'm glad you held your ground on that.
But my point is, she still got. I mean, I almost I was going to do this cross country thing in West Virginia that I'd qualified for, and she almost didn't let me go to that. And I think I got yelled at, and I think on some level for a weekend I couldn't go out or not. I couldn't go out, but I did. My point is, I technically in the end they had no proof, and the principal had no proof anything happened.
Yeah, it was
So-
your word against a bunch of third graders.
Right. So my point is, even in that point, I got punished for that and yelled at hardcore for that.
Well, even the poo kicking incident, though, Isis, she was very defensive.
As she should have been. You were being an asshole, and she was right.
She suggested that you ought to sue under the ADA.
Oh my
gosh.
I could have.
And you almost said it's true.
America
You
would
could've?
differ a bit.
Not
Give
the,
me a
no,
break,
not the
Jesus.
ADA, but I could have sued them. Maybe not sued, but I could have absolutely got shit out of that. Dude, he was yelling. It was unwarranted.
Oh, he was. I'd be a witness.
It was
that he was screaming at you.
unwarranted yelling and made me
didn't lay
feel
a
in a
hand on you.
situation. How could he have known at that time that I didn't have a problem, a physical problem? And you were being an asshole to my
pooed on
mom,
the
and you were
floor and
being
you
an
kicked it.
asshole to
I
me.
was not being an asshole to
Yes,
your
you
mom. I was
were.
being very
yes,
kind.
you.
Hello,
yes,
Mrs.
you were.
Beatty.
No, dude. That is not how it went down. And honestly, you almost had to fight back from yelling at my mom.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
All I remember is Mrs. Fady was defending her young Eric big
Yeah.
time.
Did you
She,
say-
she would not accept that he was at all personally responsible.
I
for
wasn't.
pooping his pants in the hotel lobby and then kicking
That's actually
the turd
not
under
what
the
she
bar
said, by the
area.
way. What she said is that she didn't say I wasn't responsible for any of that. What she was saying is that it was ridiculous for a hotel person in a situation where I'm apologizing and he doesn't know the situation to
In
be
his
yelling
defense,
at me for 10 minutes.
He thought you were a repeat offender.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't true, and he was
His
wrong.
His
He was wrong.
language was very, very offensive.
Well, he was wrong.
Well,
And I could have easily said, I could have 100% sat there and said how bad I gotten something out of that hotel. I'm not saying it would have been $1 million, but don't roll your eyes at me.
I will
That's
roll
ridiculous.
my eyes at you.
You're fucking wrong.
Shit
at
on
Big
their
Boy.
floor and
In an
kicked the
accidental
turd.
he just
situation.
scolded you not to roll your eyes at
Roll
him.
your eyes at me.
In an accidental situation where I'm getting yelled, and I apologize repeatedly to the point where I'm crying
What
to
would
him.
the suit be like?
Emotional distress. I had to sit in a lobby
luck
and
with that.
I had to sit.
I bet it hasn't run the statute of limitations has run
Yeah,
out.
go
on this.
ahead.
You could
Go ahead,
file
sue
this.
him.
I didn't think I could sue him. I think I
Bill
could
Lobby.
get something out of
yeah.
it. I think I could
You're
get some.
exactly right, Mike. Great point.
I could get. I could have got
Definitely.
3 nights out of
Go
that
sue
hotel. I
them.
could have got an apology out of
They
that
yelled
hotel
at
and
you
free
after you
nights.
shat on their hotel floor and kicked
I could have
the turd.
gotten free nights and something out of that
Definitely. Go sue
hotel.
them.
Emotional distress
not on my card.
would not have been a bad argument. I mean, he was humiliation. Does that count as emotional distress? Humiliation.
Sure.
It'd be one thing
Public
if I
shaming?
sat there and was like, fuck you, act like a dick. I apologize profusely to the point where I'm crying and he's yelling at me. So, and it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't an on purpose thing.
What if we do a small GoFundMe of some sort?
I'm not doing
Tell
it.
your whole story.
I'm not doing that.
And then see if people get behind it.
I don't want
If
to
people
because
go,
I
"This
don't
is-
care. I
this
would
is
never have
shaming.
done anything about
This
it. But
is bullying in
I would never have
2019. It's unacceptable behavior.
That's all true, by the way.
No, I think
2019.
you and your mom should go find a lawyer and you should sue that hotel.
No, I'm not going to do that because I would
Definitely.
never do
I
that.
think you should.
No, I'm not going to do that because I
Could,
wouldn't
though.
do that.
You could, right? You could.
I'm not going to have you sit there and say that shit about my mom, dude. So.
What do
Your
you
mom was extremely defensive, and
Because
if
you were being a dick to
dude.
her.
I was not. If you listen back, we're just simply talking about the thing, and she would not accept in any way that you were somehow personally responsible for letting poop run down your leg,
She thought her son had
shaking
been
the
attacked.
That's not what the
turd
talk was
out
about.
of the
The talk
freaking
was
pant
about
leg,
the
and then
talk was-
kicking a turd across
The talk
the
was
floor.
about is how I was treated.
Dude. I mean, unless we have the audio and we can go back and
Yeah, I wouldn't
analyze
mind breaking it
we can
down.
Go
We-
back and forth.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she
See,
didn't. Yes,
I
she
thought,
did.
and I don't want to rile you up, E. I'm not attacking your mom. You know I love my Franny Fran. I felt at times she was a little bit defensive.
It was a perfect glimpse,
Yeah,
right,
sure.
into the relationship, and,
See,
and
sure
how
was.
it is that a 38-year-old man comes to a New York hotel, ends up pooping his
Yep,
pants and
that's
kicking
exactly
a turd
what
across
it
the
is.
floor. It was very indicative of that.
Yeah.
You got a real clear glimpse.
I stated clearly, E, I did not want to offend you. I did not want to work you up in any more. I do not want to get that stern. Don't you roll your eyes at me. Like, that was
very
a lash.
effective, wasn't it?
That was a fucking, as harsh a lash as you're going to get from Isis. You know what I mean? He stayed in the pocket, remained calm.
Don't you?
Don't you roll how dared you? Usually this is when he would explode and either storm out.
Because my
dude.
mom is as hard on me as anybody that I know. So the notion that she just sits and excuses things I do, she regularly hammers me to this day for decisions I make in my life.
Yeah.
So she does not just sit there
And in your mom's
she's
defense,
very mad at most of the things I do in my life.
She should, and rightfully so. She
I agree. I agree.
I think what we caught a glimpse into is she has watched her poor little Erickson be bullied forever. And if she felt that you were coming a little hard on him, bullying him perhaps, man was crying after shitting his pants. What more do you need, humiliation-wise and embarrassment-wise? Now you need to pile on with obscene language. Screaming at him for answers, dragging him up 20 flights of stairs,
Yeah.
pounding on my fucking
Yeah.
door. You know what I mean?
There's
So-
no thought to the guy's perspective, right?
I mean, I
There's
cleaned
no
it
thought
up.
to
I
that.
cleaned it up myself.
Are you-
I apologize. What do you mean his
pooped on the
perspective?
floor.
His perspective. I cleaned it up myself. I
shit on his lobby
apologized
floor.
several times. I had an explanation for the reason. As bad as stupid as the explanation was, I had one. It wasn't I was drunk. I wasn't in a stupor. I didn't sit there and go, "Oh man, well, sorry, dude," and just walk on.
And you were
which
trying
I
to be
actually
nice.
could have done.
Yeah, and you were trying to be nice.
I was.
You know what I mean? No good deed. E. You know what they say? No good deed
I
goes
agree.
unpunished.
Being nice doesn't get you anywhere, for sure.
We'll agree.
Either just kicking a turd across a hotel lobby.
And in his defense, he did think you were a repeat offender. Again, that can't go understated.
It's his job to look into the situation before he starts berating a customer.
Yeah.
Gosh, sticks and stones.
Yeah, okay. Can't even drive by. You fucking go jogging on a thing, and one person has a cigarette, and it's like, but that is okay.
Yeah,
We don't appreciate changing the subject to
Yeah.
make your point. There's no
trying to make a point about a grievance that I aired yesterday, and,
Yep.
and
little shaming.
as if that's as if
I think it's relevant in the sense that, like, sticks and stones, I'm getting yelled at.
Sticks and stones, though, wouldn't apply because that's like, the cigarette is not a stick and or stone.
I think it shows that can't roll off a back, but I was supposed to sit there while I was being yelled at. So
Well, made
well,
our
you're not
ruling-
supposed to sue after you've been yelled at. After you pooped on the floor of their
did I
lobby
sue?
and
Have
kicked the
I- have
turd
I-
across.
I didn't do
no,
any of those
but it was
things.
suggested you should and you could.
I agree. But
I still think we should look into this.
Definitely. Definitely.
And worth a call to Ogden
Oh, my
Legal
God,
Associates,
for sure.
if nothing more,
Yes.
right?
E should sue them.
If he
I'm not
if he
going to do
finds
that.
some
I
dope
don't believe
lawyer
in that
for E,
stuff. I don't believe in doing that stuff. Why would I want to hurt some guy
my
for no
God.
reason?
for financial gain,
I don't believe in that. Take the higher road.
for your humiliation, so he doesn't do it to other people. E, you're leaving this monster in the public to do this to other people.
Yeah, you're right. That is a good point.
He should never work again. E.
Exactly. Get him out of
Take
here.
this man down to Chinatown.
If E's efforts save just one other guy who gets to poop on the floor and not be yelled at, it'll all be worth it.
Can he kick it?
He can, if he kicks it, yeah, absolutely.
It's fine. Can't be yelled at. It's new law in New York City. If you shit on a hotel lobby floor and kick it, no one will yell at you.
Hey, you have an annual physical to make sure you're healthy. What do you do to make sure that you remain financially fit? Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and unbiased investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call Mark today. Tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Well, Dan DeMan got his way.
Oh, yeah.
Dan DeMan.
Yeah, Marysville chick stepped down, right?
Jean Kramer.
Jean
Yep.
Kramer.
Jean Kramer went down. She's no longer campaigning. As of yesterday, later put her decision in a one-sentence long letter, but did not reveal a reason.
Wait a minute, a one sentence? Oh, that's just it? One sentence?
One sentence, like I'm out, bitches, peace. Something. I don't know what it said, but yeah.
She wasn't contrite. She just said,
She
I'm
didn't
withdrawing my
reveal
name.
a reason why. Maybe she's got an elderly father. She needs
Could be.
to
Could be
tend to.
anything.
Could be. I mean, the options are limitless.
I mean,
really.
We can speculate all we want,
Yeah.
but we'll never know really what's in Jean Kramer's mind.
Yeah. So last.
Well, I don't know. She said she literally doesn't want white or only whites only in the town. I mean, that's not. There's no
Well,
speculation.
I don't want to put words in her mouth. That's not exactly what she said.
I just think we should keep Marysville white.
A white community as much as possible. So it allows for a little bit of wiggle room for a dark one here, a brown one there.
Well, I mean,
You know, just keep it as white as possible.
as possible. Like, what is the numbers? What's okay for her? How many?
I don't know. They're 90% white right now, Marysville. It's 90%
They're doing
white.
pretty good so far.
It's not bad. I mean, if you're trying to keep your white numbers up, 90%.
Yeah,
long
what's
as they-
Jean bitching about?
As long as they keep their grass okay.
There must be someone, like a neighbor or something, selling a home, and she's seen a couple of the characters that have been coming in to look.
It's worrisome to Jean.
How could they have that kind of money to live in Marysville?
Right.
Must be drugs.
After being asked if candidates should do more to attract foreign-born residents, she added, white, period. Seriously, period. In other words, no foreign-born, no foreign people. And then that's when Mayor Dan DeMan was like, whoa, 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 enough. Her racist comments are as vile as they were jaw-dropping, and he urged her to withdraw. Dan DeMan was not fucking around. Can we watch her one more time, E? Can you pull the video up? Other candidates at the forum were also troubled by this. And listen to this bullshit. They say Mike Dessing said, just check the calendar here, making sure it's still 2019. They're acting like he was outraged. We don't think Mike Dessing did enough.
No, he didn't show enough outrage.
So, she's asked by the Times Herald later, asked Kramer if she wanted to clarify her remarks. She said, husband and wife need to be the same race. Same thing with kids. That's how it's been from the beginning of, how can I say, when God created the heaven and earth. In response to Heyman's statements about her biracial family, remember Kathleen Heyman, right? She was not willing to let that go. Heyman was like, you know, what Kathy Heyman doesn't know is that her family is in the wrong.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Heyman is the one that guffaws. She's a gasp,
Yeah.
you know, and
Like she actually reacts right away, at least on some level right away.
She's got a daughter we were talking about being
Yes.
deep dicked by this black guy. So she's got biracial kids.
Right.
And so she is absolutely outraged by this. And she's like, yeah, her family's in the wrong. Sorry. So after the initial shock of what she said really sank in, and given the deep-seated viewpoints that she has, I don't believe she's fit to serve as an elected official in Marysville, Dan DeMan said. So yeah. But here's the thing. She needed to back out by April 26th in order to be officially taken off the ballot. So Jean Kramer's name is going to be on the ballot. Can you imagine? Even in a fucking joking fashion, Gene Kramer wins in a landslide.
Will she serve?
Then what happens?
Wow.
If she doesn't...
You know, Gene Kramer's only 68 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't she? She's like 68 going on 88, man.
I bet the Nana you wanted to be your Nana, I bet she could kick her ass.
Doesn't she just look too frail and too... I don't know.
Well, the wig doesn't help. If she just had natural old lady hair, but
her glasses suck.
Yeah, I got to watch this again and the reactions. I mean, the cast of characters, it's just... Go ahead, Isis.
Recommendation, keep Marysville a white community as much as possible.
Dry mouth, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
White, seriously, in other words, no foreign-born,
Come on, teasing.
no foreign people because of
Finish your thought.
what,
Yeah.
how can I say, in our past, what we have experienced, it's better to have it simply
In her past, it's been.
American-born, put it that way.
We never had it.
Shit, man.
Look at teasing.
Still can't believe this.
And children. Black man, and I have biracial grandchildren. And I take this.
By the way, this dude is like,
He's enjoying the fight.
Wayne Pyden.
yeah, he's. I mean, is he? Maybe. I mean, maybe he's. You could say like
He's
it could be like
amused by
it's
it.
so fun. I couldn't even believe what was
Dude,
happening.
this
It
would
was
be
almost
if
funny.
you were on a panel.
Oh, I
of
would
something,
be like,
and someone said
This
something
is
like that.
about the greatest thing that could happen
You're like-
when you're a competitor.
I think you
comes
would have
out as,
heard
like,
me out
complete
loud,
racist.
like, "Oh shit!" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, remember when we were going to get
seriously?
you up? We were trying to get you on the ballot of somewhere. We're going to move you.
South Lyon.
Yeah.
South Lyon. Yeah, it was an open race for mayor or something. Dude, I could totally see E doing that. Oh shit!
pull out my cell phone and just start filming on this
Place just got interesting. Hello, you too. Yeah, it's kind of like the white chick and the black guy on the news when she's like, oh, they're doing that little dance.
Jigaboo dance.
Jigaboo, and he's like, hey, hello, America.
Shit.
Better get to know this face and shit.
Yeah, but that guy's face, right? I'm not going to take anything new because honestly, I think it would just be such a crazy situation.
I bet Wayne Pyden's a jokester here and there. He's been in some verbal rumbles before.
well, he's wearing a plaid short sleeve T-shirt to the
Yeah.
panel.
I mean,
Very, very personally what you've said, and I know that there's nothing I can say that's going to change your mind.
I'm just checking the calendar here and making sure it's still 2019. Yeah, I thought we covered civil rights about 50 years ago. I know, I mean, we're one nation under God, and I live that. If I ever had any notion of veering away from that,
Gene.
I can
Look
take
at
my
little wee
broker's license
Gene.
and burn it.
Everybody's welcome to Marysville. I don't care if you're purple, whatever. I mean,
People always go to purple,
I
by the
know.
way, for the
They
other
don't want to
non.
say black, red,
Yeah.
yellow. They're trying to avoid that. I don't care if you're green, polka dotted.
Right.
all the wonderful things
Purple.
our city has to offer. And it has the ability to attract anybody that wants to live in our beautiful city. Okay, there is nothing wrong with diversity.
Wow.
Here's Paul playing the hot corner.
I think
Bring it home,
anybody
Paul.
that has the ability to live in the city of Marysville, I think they should be allowed to live in Marysville.
They should be allowed.
Well, I mean,
I'm just not. I don't want to disparage Mr. Welsing's good name, but those people should be allowed to be president. I'm just saying. I mean, would you be shocked if you saw him in a high school picture with a Confederate flag T-shirt at a NASCAR event?
I'm just struck. I get it. Like, this came out of nowhere, I'm sure, in most of these people's minds. They didn't know Gene before this, know
Yeah.
Gene's true views. But I am, again, shocked at the inability to, like, think on your feet and really grasp this moment and be the soundbite.
Yeah, because
Like,
it only
take
takes
this.
one. And Kathleen got as close as you can get, but it was too personal.
Yeah.
She couldn't go to that next level. But she should have got up and slapped Gene Kramer's face, knocked that wig right off her head, and then she'd be a meme. She'd be a hero forever. You know, this is how you combat. And I object to the violence, but in that moment, she probably would have got a lot of fans.
Of course.
And if Paul on the hot corner there would have brought it home, Just like, I want to be crystal clear about something.
It was there.
It is inexcusable in this day and age. Gene, you are a vile racist. You're
Vile,
the problem
yes.
with this country.
Yeah,
Gene.
Yeah, one of them should have told her to get off the podium or something.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just staring at her. I'd like, no, I'm going to make the decision. Just
this
take it on yourself. I'm
This
going
is disqualified.
Right.
Gene.
Yeah.
I will not sit up here with you.
Trying to compose myself right now, Gene. That's how hot I am. That's how angry I am. You are the biggest problem in this country. You can hear the American music coming up behind him as he just delivers it because he had minutes to do it.
I know.
He
He's
had a
sitting
few
there
minutes. He
waiting
should-
for 8 guys in front of him.
Jot a
Come on,
note
Russell.
down, Paul. Jot a note or two down. Yeah, what is all your hot points, and then fucking bring it home. None of them felt like they could do that. That doesn't scream leadership to me. I got to be honest with you. In that small community.
So Gene's out.
Jean's out, but she's going to be on the ballot, and I want to know. I mean, does part of you go, well, if nothing more, Gene Kramer put us on the map. Nobody knows where Marysville is.
Not for a good reason, though, because the problem is now
Well,
everyone's looking into it and seeing, it
That's
is
brutal.
98% white.
You got the
90%.
the city
90.
seal there and the YouTube video. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's not
don't
what you
think
want.
But don't they say
It's
all
not what the Chamber
all
of Commerce
news is good?
Not
news?
anymore, dude. All press is good press is
all
not
press-
the truth anymore.
Yeah. If you're trying
It
to
used to
get
be hard to get press. Now it's not hard to get press in reality.
If Jean was going to up the Q rating of Marysville, she did, right? I mean, you can't even type Mary. Mother Mary will not come up before fucking Marysville right now.
Fills it right in.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Hamlin Pubs is inviting you to their 6 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pubs' great food, drinks, and atmosphere, whether you're watching the game with your buddies or out for a meal with the family. It's always a great time at their Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and 2 Shelby Township locations, as well as their newest location in Richmond.
Did you see the video in Canada? The racist motorist? Did you guys watch that video yesterday?
No.
Can we admit sometimes racism can be funny? In a weird way.
I don't know.
There's an altercation at a parking spot. Canadian woman. You don't usually see our friends, neighbors to the north, in racist tirades. But this Asian motorist, she's getting yelled at by a white motorist. She comes out and the Asian is pissed because the white lady has pulled up and is touching her bumper. And so now she's going to attack the Asian for being bad drivers. And
There are Pringles involved here?
no, I don't think so. We've got Amy Sue, okay, and what's the other lady's name? Something Waldman. Carla Waldman of Richmond, British Columbia. It admitted she's a white retiree who yelled racial and xenophobic slurs at Amy Zhu on Friday. All right, E.
Oh shit! Here. No, I just had the video or the photo. I'll get to the video here.
Sue waited for the other driver outside the vehicle, Waldman, to confront her about the poor parking. She recorded the argument. You see, you crossed the line, Sue tells Waldman. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong.
I did see this. Now that
But
you
then she
mention it.
doesn't she do some ching chong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We don't want you here because you can't drive.
Don't speak for all of us, by the
You
way.
see, you crossed the line. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong. You asshole. China lady.
Oh my God.
China lady. We don't. You know what? You give the people a bad name here. We hate you people. Go back where you belong. F you.
Are you
Oh my
serious?
By the way,
Oh,
We're on to the next troubling video.
yeah. What is that's in Canada? Would you expect that in
No.
Canada?
No, where they say people kind?
People kind, yeah.
We like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind.
So we got, her little kid, poor Amy Sue's kid was in the car. My daughter was so frightened. First thing for me was to calm down my daughter. My kid was there. And this is a really bad example for her. She was frightened and can now not sleep. I mean, like what, for that night or for like nap that day or like
yeah, I do
she
think that
can't
gets thrown
sleep?
out a lot.
part of the
nowadays,
emotional
like,
distress,
not being
right?
able to sleep. Like, honestly,
My
like,
an
tooth
easy
wouldn't
one.
let me sleep.
It's
but-
unprovable. It's just like, and everybody knows lack of sleep sucks, right? Everybody can
Right.
quickly identify with that. Oh, I haven't slept
but like,
in days.
so this daughter, how old's the daughter? Did they say?
I don't know. Sounds like she was.
So let's say
young.
she's 8.
I think she was more like 3, maybe.
She could
probably teething.
Understand what happened and is not sleeping because of it.
Well, you know, she got home and she's hot. She's got this daughter who now apparently doesn't sleep. She's an insomniac going
Already.
forward.
Like
Yeah.
she could tell right away, right from when she got home.
When Sue's husband, Fang Sue, got home, he hit the roof and immediately went up and filed a formal complaint. The police. I just love the way the thing begins. This white retiree actually went.
I know.
Can we watch that one more time?
And she's totally in the wrong, right? She parked
Not-
over.
Yes.
Her front end is like on the other lady's bumper.
On
So
the-
this is a
over the
rare
line.
circumstance where the Asian woman is not at fault.
Yes, the Asian
She took
driver.
She picked
the
the
Asian
worst
female
time.
driver.
Right. She picked the worst time to show this racist thing. Like, couldn't she have at least done it?
Not to mention, while she's making her argument and throwing out things like
She's hitting another car.
She's hitting another car with
Oh,
her
I know.
door.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit is right.
We don't want you.
Oh, where's the? I had to go over.
We.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I was gonna say, don't speak for all of us, please.
We don't want you here because you can't drive.
God.
You see, you crossed the line.
Unhinged.
I crossed
Yeah.
the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to
No,
China,
actually,
read
she
books.
does. You are across the line. You're parked on her bumper. You moron.
China lady.
Chinky China lady.
We don't. You know what? You give the people a bad name
Who-
here. We
who
hate
people,
you
by the way?
Go back where you belong.
They don't like you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just unhinged.
Yeah. And by the way, might need some parking lessons for a lot of people, because I think poor Miss Waldman here has no choice but to ding her neighbor's door, because I think that gentleman is parked too far into the.
Oh, dude, are you kidding
to
me?
the line.
No
Get a
one
look
knows
at
how
the
to-
lines, please. Can we get a look
I think
at
you
the...
get a glimpse of the line,
you
and
do.
it just appears that she's in
It's
her
tight.
lane.
It's tight,
It's
man.
tight.
These are some tight spots.
No, she's not.
These are not big cars. I could never get my truck in there. Neither could you, Jay. Not
But that's
in a million
not.
years.
That's not her fault, though.
Whose?
The girl.
You don't think that car?
I mean, look, she's a few inches in the line.
Stage
dude.
right. She's Carla Wall. You know, she can be wrong in a lot of. There's a lot of.
Oh,
blame
okay.
you can throw on
You're
Carla.
talking about the car she hits.
The car she hits, I believe, is parked.
Dude, this is so
Still
common.
in its
It's not
honestly. I see
ideal.
it all the
It's
time.
not ideal, the car she hits.
But she is in her lines.
These must be tight spaces.
Yeah, because she is in her lane.
Why don't we have a
Be heard.
fucking standard parking space length? You know, no, for real. Like, you go to these places, and like some places you go to, and it's like you could, like, dude, I think she's technically in the line. Doesn't mean that there's not 3 inches on the other side, but we also don't know what the other car parked on her side looks like. And you go to some of these places, and it's like, I just think that there's seriously places like this where it's like, dude, I'm in the freaking lines, and it's still.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why there's just not a standard parking space.
There's some.
distance.
Yeah. Well,
That has enough room. That has enough room where people can park it.
well, I don't want to grieve this, and I don't, but it's my fault. I'm the one that bought an F-150, but it's incredibly hard to park.
I
those
would
damn
never-
things. Don't you find?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be selective, You can't just whip into any space you want. You
Not even
definitely have to-
close.
yeah.
No.
But this moron racist chick,
Oh, I know.
look at how she's just going through life. Like, she's parked on the Asian woman's bumper.
Yeah.
She's just, like you say, whacking the car next to her with her door. Just, we don't want you. What a
And
load
throws
of
in the
shit.
fuck off
Yeah.
after at the end. Fuck you.
What a load of hateful shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it possible that she parked that way and then Asian lady gets there and can't fully back into the spot? Spot without, and then it's like, you know what, I'm going to wait for this idiot to come out because she's taken this spot. Is it possible that happened, or do you think this is absolutely Asian lady parked
Well, no,
where she
because-
wanted, and then
No, because-
Waldman comes in hot, way crosses over the line. We all agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's the latter.
You think so? I hope so. But you got to admit, when I didn't get to my point, racism can sometimes be funny because people get so worked up. It's
Here's
where
the-
you see, hold on, E.
Okay, sorry.
You hear a 68-year-old woman go, like, dude, there's something really fucking funny about.
It's just unhinged. It's friggin' unhinged.
It's someone who can't, like, in the moment, like, make an argument. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want you.
I would like to
She
ask
might-
her about that.
It's absurd.
I would like to actually
mean,
ask her about that exact part.
More,
like
more
what-
than chinky China lady. I want to know about, like, what
just babbling,
At what point did you decide to go with?
Yeah, I know.
Did you think about doing the thumb on the nose wiggle thing?
It's a weird choice.
Maybe go moose ears in Canada. That would be that would fit.
Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Here's why you're. Here's
Would you
why.
nan or
Suck
nanner?
it.
Suck it.
She doesn't have room to suck it.
Here's why your
parking spaces are too small.
Here's why your theory is wrong. And I don't even mean to say wrong. I just think that it's not. Look at the black car is the Asian lady's car,
African American car. Yep.
And so if you look at how she's parked, you said like, well, maybe she came in hot and she was waiting for her, but she's in her line, man. Like 100%. So I don't know what you were saying, like how it could possibly be the other way.
If she backs into this spot and Waldman is already there in this disaster of a park, she's way over the line. She's taking up too much
saying
space.
Backing in, but that's the front of her car.
Oh, it's front of her car. Okay.
I think. Am I wrong?
It looks like it to me. Yeah,
so
that's definitely the front of her. I would say it's definitely the front of her car. Well,
Really?
I don't know. Either way, the point is
Doesn't
honestly,
matter,
like
but-
she's so in the wrong. Like there's no, I don't see any wiggle room for her at all. That it was the other driver's fault.
That it was the chinky
Yeah,
China.
yeah.
Well, we've gotten confirmation from Carla Waldman that was her, and she denied being racist, which is good to know.
How so?
She in no way regrets the language that she used, though. I do not regret anything I said to her because she was a very mean person. I don't care what they're calling me. I am not a racist person. One more time with the video, E.
One more time.
One more time,
Listen
like,
closely.
Go back to where you came from.
We don't want you here because you can't drive. You see, you crossed the line. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong.
China, by the way, how does she?
China lady. China lady. We don't. You know what? You give the people a bad name here. We hate you people. Go back.
Yeah, nothing
Where you
racist about it.
belong.
No.
Just generalizing about
Stand
an
by that
entire
statement.
race of
By the
people.
way, China. How does she? I mean, no. There's
that's
a lot
the
of countries.
classic. There's
Right.
just
There's
an
a lot
Asian
of
person. You're
countries.
Chinese.
Yeah.
A lot of countries over there, lady.
Yeah, people throw China in the most.
They just throw in
Is
China.
that percentage-wise, population-wise?
Probably not, honestly.
Odds are
Like,
more likely. Because you don't
Yes,
go back to Japan where you belong.
Dude, China's fucking enormous. Is this their population?
okay.
But
Over
no,
a
that
billion
goes back decades. I think people just, I don't know, divert to, yeah, you're Asian, you're Chinese.
Yeah.
It's just the one that comes to mind for whatever. That's a good question. Why is it the first one that comes to mind?
is it just easier to say?
Yeah,
Dave
maybe.
Go back to China.
Dave-
Instead of like
no.
go back to Taiwan, go back to Asia,
Korea.
go back to Korea,
I was watching Tom
go back to
Segura.
Laotian.
I was watching
Where?
Laotian.
Laotian?
Yeah.
Tom Segura's stand-up special, and he was talking about, he's talking to a couple of Asian couple, not in the crowd, and he was like, yeah, I bet you guys didn't know this, but there's a pecking order, a hierarchy to, like, he said he was on a TV set or something, or movie set, and he's got this Chinese director, and there was like a Vietnamese kid that was, like grip or something, and as soon as he walked away, the Chinese director was just like, and so Tom went up to him, was just shaking his head like, ugh, in disgust. And he's like, hey, man, I saw that. Look, what was that for? The kid just walked up, handed something over, and walked away. And he's like, Vietnamese. And it's like, so there's this, it goes like
Sure.
China, Japan, and then it's like a long
bunch
list
of
down
lump
into
of-
the Hong Kong's, Vietnamese.
Bunch of shithole Asian countries.
Taiwanese, yeah, they're all just
Fucking-
they're down in the garbage compared to
Yeah.
Chinese and because he was saying the most racist people on planet Earth are the Asian community against all their
There's
other ones
versions of
yeah.
themselves.
So that might be why it's thrown into the China. Like China looks down on the most of them.
Yeah.
Boy, I probably sound really bad the way I'm saying this right now, but take
No,
it
I
up
see
with
what
Tom
you're
Segura.
saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm not racist at all.
What about
How
that
could
video
you
would
say that?
suggest that?
Did you see Marshall get loose today?
Marshall. Did I
Yeah.
see him get loose? I don't know. What is Marshall? Who's
He's
Marshall?
a pig.
No, I didn't see a pig get
I
loose.
thought you were talking about your nephew or something.
No, I knew I was gonna have to clear that. He's a little pet pig named Marshall, and he gets loose, wreaks havoc. I mean, he goes on the run in this Oklahoma town after he decided to take off from a parking lot.
He wasn't greased, was he?
I don't think he was greased, but he don't want to be found. And I love pigs. So footage was taken by a bystander there in the parking lot. Here's the dust up, and I don't know. They say pigs are smart, right?
That's what they say, yeah.
Yeah. The owners
And
of
very loyal.
yeah, Lenny's Brew Cajun Eatery said they were outside the
And
restaurant.
tasty.
I know.
I know,
I would like to have a
bacon is
pig.
the
Like a
shit.
pet pig would be pretty badass, from what I hear.
Yep.
But they can also, I think they're very angry towards like people that aren't you. Like they gain a very big loyalty to you, but I
Fine.
think they'll fight
That's all
other
I need.
people. Right.
No, I
Don't think
think
so?
don't besmirch the good name of the pig.
Okay.
I don't think that's necessarily true. So anyway, the owners of Lenny's Brew Cajun Eatery said they're outside promoting their new pork belly sandwich when the pig walks up.
How confusing that must be.
And so all of a sudden, employees try to corner him, and he's like, no, no, no.
I see that sign. I see that picture up there.
He happened to stumble into his, his Nazi camp.
Wow, man.
He walked into his world of shit and went, no, no, no. And they couldn't catch him. Runs across a busy highway. There's something about animals on the loose. They're not supposed to be.
Oh, it's going down.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, shoot. I think they might got him.
No.
They might got him.
He
No.
made the dive.
Get away from me.
He's a cute. Look at him go.
Yeah. I saw what you were serving over there.
Now he's at the AutoZone.
This is insane. The whole town chasing Marshall.
The whole town.
Marshall's like, no. Get away from me.
Holy shit.
Go, pig, go.
Oh no, he's headed for the highway.
Snap.
Oh.
I see the highway
This
too.
is crazy.
Listen to the people.
Oh shit.
No, I got it. I saw him.
He made it.
I saw the car. I made it.
Oh my word.
Marshall is having none of it.
Hear everybody scream when he hit lane 2.
Oh god.
He's headed to the Rent-A-Center.
What are all these people? Look at the.
Look what.
This is a whole situation here.
What
yeah.
in the world? This is so crazy.
Like, just all the people in that scene. I want to know what, like, there's a lot of people involved
It
here.
does seem like a lot of people just voluntarily got involved. More than you'd think.
And then there was like the car in the front of the AutoZone.
It
that's
sounds
got
like
it's
they
got its
know
hood
this.
up.
They know this pig.
They must. There
Yeah.
has to be a personal involvement here because otherwise, wouldn't you just be like, oh shit, man, pig ran by. I'm not like diving for it.
Yeah.
Would you dive? I mean, I'd
If I
definitely
knew
try to
Marshall-
wrangle it not in the road. Like, I'd try to block that, right? I don't want to
Yeah.
see the pig get hit.
No.
But I wouldn't go chasing him 200 yards
If
down
you
the road.
knew him, though, your neighbor had this pig they loved.
Yeah, if I knew him well, I suppose I would.
I mean, I would think you would.
yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't shoot him. He stumbles into this murderous scene. People are enjoying his family members.
Just like E, I'm shocked at how many people are involved. It's,
There's a lot of people that is going. I wonder what time of the day this was. Like, I want to know. It looks like it's mid-afternoon, but
Yeah.
taking time out of their day.
They're right. They're just.
So the guy that filmed this was restaurant owner Mark Linney. So Mark Linney obviously knew who
He knows
Marshall,
Marshall,
the pig
yeah.
was, and yet here he is serving their new pork belly sandwich. So it was a group effort to catch him. Dozens of people continued to sprint after Marshall, even as he ran across the highway. Those chasing him ultimately lost sight of Marshall in the parking lot. It was a group effort to capture him, and we were unsuccessful.
He's gone.
Trying to decide if I was in the situation.
Someone
Okay.
eventually found the runaway pig in a nearby neighborhood. He felt he was a safer place, turned himself in, and he was returned and reunited with his owner. So it does have a good, happy ending.
So you must have mentioned at the beginning who Marshall is and where he came from? No, he's just on a farm or something?
Rogue pet pig named Marshall has wreaked havoc in a small town.
That is a great question. How does this restaurant owner, he's in a car, right? Following this whole scene.
Yeah.
It looked like. And he knows Marshall. It's odd to me.
Yeah, I mean, he is, maybe he talked about procuring Marshall at one point. Put in an offer that was declined, so he's familiar with Marshall.
Trying to decide if I was sitting in a parking lot in the middle of the day and a pig was running around and I saw like 5 people chasing him,
Nope.
what I would do.
I'd watch.
Okay.
Film?
I don't know what I would do.
Would you go around the corner to see how the chase continued?
I don't know.
I gotta say this, by the way. I know I always say that. I do say this a lot. So much in my mind changes because of the podcast, I guess, and trying to do stuff on social media. Like, I try to always think about myself if I was just a person who worked in an office.
A mere mortal.
Well, where I'm not trying to maybe like bring something to the show or get something viral. Like, if I was just a guy who worked at the office and I happened to pull up to the AutoZone on my lunch break and I saw
No way
this.
do you help. I don't think you would. If you just pulled into an AutoZone.
Why do you
films
think I
for
wouldn't
sure.
help?
Films for sure, though. And goes, oh, shit. Does one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
I watch. I don't think I get out and help try to catch a pig.
I really, again, by the way, you really go to that very often, this notion I wouldn't help.
No,
for
I don't think you
sure.
would.
Like, why? But you always say it in like a very, like, you have
I
this
think
real
you're a very helpful person.
Disparaging. That's the word you're
I know
looking
it's
for,
always
righty?
like that. It's like,
No, I don't believe if you pulled into a parking. I'm not. Whatever. It's not a personal attack. I don't think you're going to jump out of the car and chase after the pig.
but why don't you think
I don't.
that?
I don't
That's
think
what
you want to get
It speaks
involved
to
and
his character.
stick your nose into other people's shit.
E's point is you're disparaging his character right now.
Clearly, there's an issue between the pig and the people chasing him. You don't know what the dispute is. You don't want to get involved. You don't like getting involved.
You know what, though, you say it.
Do you think that's disparaging?
You
to his
say it
character,
usually in a
Jay?
way that you usually seem to word it in a. You really hammer the selfishness thing home. That I guess that's always what bugs me. So
I
when
don't
you say
think
things
you're
like that,
selfish.
I think of it like that. I think that you saying like, oh, I wouldn't help because not my business. Fuck these people.
No, that'd be me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did
I'd
not
be like,
say that.
you know, that's kind of funny, cool. I might film it for the sweet pie. The tiny girl.
Yeah.
Did you see the pig, tiny girl? Look at the pig. They're chasing the pig. What happened? I don't know.
You
I don't
would
know. I
help
drove
out
away.
if
Tiny
Tiny
girl, I
Girl
don't know what
went,
happened.
we have to help, Dad. We have to help.
Yeah.
Then you would help.
I would.
Of course you would.
All right, let's
let's go on a pig hunt. Come on. We're not leaving until we find this pig, dead or alive.
No, but if it were
And
just me, I'd film it, take it home, show the tiny girl.
I think there'd have to be. I don't know what the situation would be. I just don't know what I don't know what I would do. I
And
think you
don't
just-
put words in my mouth. That's unfair. That's character
When did I
assassination.
put words in your mouth?
You said, yeah, I like fuck that pig.
Yeah, but I think that's my opinion.
That is
Okay.
character assassination. I will not
Okay.
stand for
Okay,
it. I
well-
did not say that.
Okay, but when you say it and I take it as a disparaging way that you say it, I think that's what you're thinking. I think you're thinking that I just
Don't put thoughts into my head.
Okay, well that was my.
I in no way raised my voice.
That was
Fuck
my
those
interpretation, though. From,
Even though maybe I
you know
think
what,
you
though?
would say fuck
from
those people,
from
but
past,
whatever.
but I can go from past things you said about me and think that that's what you were saying when you said that.
Oh, so you don't think I'm capable of growing as a person?
I do. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I do, but I don't think that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I want the record to reflect that if this were a roo, I'd get out and chase it. Okay, but it's just the mundane nature of the pig. I think.
A roo, yeah.
But a pig or
a Joey or a roo?
A roo. I would chase a roo. I'd help wrangle it for sure.
Yeah, but he can turn on you if he gets up on his tail.
I'm ready. Seriously, it depends on the animal. I think there's something just it's a pig. They'll get it.
Yeah, I
people
get what you're
get it.
saying. Like I wouldn't. You're right.
If you saw a dozen people chasing a cat, no.
See, I might though because I fucking love cats. But
Yeah.
I guess he's right.
What are we talking about?
I guess he's right. There
What if
might
it's one
be
of
a
those
situation
bulbs-
based on
bulbs?
animal.
It depends on what animal it is.
Like,
Totally.
yeah, if someone's sitting there like,
So it needs to be cute.
well,
Oh,
no,
an ostrich. Ostrich aren't cute, but I'd
Something-
help wrangle an ostrich.
say
More
you
like,
did it?
holy shit, man! Yes, you guys, I wrangled
the
an
story.
ostrich.
Yeah, that'd be a dope story.
Yes.
Be a great story. Didn't we watch an ostrich get loose not long
Yes,
ago?
we did.
What about the bull?
No, you mess with the bull, get the horns. I'm
Great
not
point.
doing that. But yeah, this is just it's the pig. It's just a regular 4-H type animal. I need
Wow,
something
they're
more
smart
exotic.
though. They're supposed to be really smart. They can add and stuff, and I don't know what they can do. I don't know what makes them smart.
Can add?
they can add.
No, they have feelings and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, we all
Feel
saw
things.
bait.
Can they look both ways before they cross a busy highway?
Apparently not. They're not that smart, but neither is a 3-year-old. We don't want that thing killed.
We all saw Babe. You know what I mean? We know.
No, we
and
didn't.
Babe Pig in the Cities. So I mean,
Babe can talk.
right.
Yeah.
He was smart. He wrangled up those sheep and shit.
Can
That'll do,
someone
pig.
bing really quick how smart are pigs? Because it's elephants and pigs they always talk about, right?
Yeah,
Well, elephants can't forget. I don't think they say they're smart. They just have a very
I
good
definitely
memory.
heard the thing about pigs, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Eat
get a
big-
2-pack. A 2-pack of My Pillow's premiums for $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on podcast, radio, or TV. This offer is only available at MyPillow.com, of course, so use promo code TDC for the very best discount.
All right, is this anything?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just say, "Are pigs smart?" It's not going to just say yes. So you got to.
Pigs are
sensitive.
intelligent and sensitive.
Well, I mean, but this is an article, so it does. I'd have to look in to see what this person, does she have a I'm just saying, does she have a reason to?
People are binging.
Cute. Look at
Yeah,
that.
these are cute. People are binging. Are pigs more intelligent than humans? It's one of the search engines.
Oh shit!
Search things.
So see, I'd have to read this article and decide
Pigs
It
are
says they
actually,
are-
hold on,
okay.
pigs are actually considered the 5th most intelligent animal in the world, even more intelligent than dogs, are capable of playing video games with more focus and success than chimps.
What are the other 4? So we got chimps, we got dolphins, elephants, and pigs. What else?
probably dogs.
Just
right?
last year, a
Because it mentions
5-month-old
dogs.
pig named Amy was dubbed the top dog in her canine agility class. Pigs are sentient beings. What does sentient
Who
mean?
experience joy, loneliness, frustration, fear, and pain, just like I don't believe that.
They have pain receptors. Well, that's strange.
We gotta pretend they don't, so we can keep eating them.
They're so delicious, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible.
I'm just in
so
denial.
torn.
I'm in denial.
I'm in denial, too.
They don't feel pain.
It's funny.
That's what they say about fish,
They
right?
don't feel pain when I
I know, dude.
bite into that yummy strip of bacon.
I have been
Oh, that
struggling
bacon.
with that a little bit more lately for some reason.
T-Roy brought home some, like, smoked thick bacon. And we were eating that for breakfast the other day. It was like, oh, because we usually I do turkey bacon.
Yeah.
Because turkeys, I can't get behind
Yeah,
them.
see,
But
E, you're going to have to close this window because this is making me sad now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my gosh. You're
Yeah.
talking about factory farms and such?
yeah,
Right.
Derek doesn't eat meat anymore.
Really?
Yeah, he went in, part of his job, he had to go into one of those like cattle murdering places. He's like, yeah, dude. If you see the fucking
I don't
shit
wanna
I
see it,
saw
I don't
that
wanna
day.
know.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, he had to go to a slaughterhouse. They're like, check it out, man. Derek's just like, oh shit, you guys are monsters.
I'm done.
I'm out, never again. But we're just as bad. We're all just as bad. Like, did you see the Iowa man facing prospect of jail time? Look at this handsome devil. What do you think he did, Jay? Do you have a picture of him? Just a picture, if you can do that. No.
Oh,
not
my
him.
God.
No, not him. The other one.
Huh? Not this. Oh, let me see. Well, this guy's bad too, I
I
guess.
saw
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
He's a diddler, isn't he?
No.
No. I don't remember what he did. I saw his picture today.
Sorry.
What did he
You
do
can
again?
guess.
I mean, he diddled, he fondled, he masturbated. Yeah,
you're getting close.
Oh, he was on the bike, right? Riding around on his
What
bike.
other guy are we
whacking
talking
off.
about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. The guy at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
65-year-old man.
Another weird-looking human that did something stupid. Like,
There he is.
There we go.
There you go.
He looks like an affable enough guy.
Gary Sheriff is his name, ironically.
There are so many ugly humans.
He's following a woman around Walmart while jacking his dick off.
Come on,
an
man.
electronic shopping cart.
On an Amigo?
He's on an Amigo with his dick and balls out, stroking it. Oh, Mr. Sheriff.
Why can't you just do it in your room?
Yeah.
Can't you just do it in your room?
Imagine that monster.
He's
is on a-
thinking. He's thinking he's got a freebie. You know, we talked about this the other day. How old you have to be to be able to, ram your car through a restaurant or whatever.
65
He's
is
only
not old
65.
enough.
It's not old enough, man.
He is 65, and this was Jay always says the
But
age.
he
This
looks
guy
old
looks
enough.
65, going on 75
Right?
at least.
Going
Like,
on 90.
Look at that. 65 years old.
he's had a life. There's a lot. There's been some tread on those tires.
What the sheriff said, the arrest affidavit. Sheriff exposed his genitals to customers to arouse or satisfy his sexual desires. He trailed the 36-year-old woman through the aisles as he began to stroke his panus. Police arrived and promptly arrested him.
Jay, you think that guy does a lot of vegan eating, yoga?
For sure.
Really,
Dude, imagine that.
Planks. Planks are his thing.
hitting the farmer's market on Saturday.
Imagine that. You're at Walmart. You're just picking up going back to school supplies, trying to get a good deal on some Trapper Keepers, some pencils and pens, and behind you is that fucking disgusting monster slowly, because those things don't cook.
Big basket on the front.
And he's just kind of, and as he draws closer, you're like, that's creepy. It looks like he's touching his. I'm gonna walk away from him. Tries to walk around and around the corner. Here it comes.
Poor woman. 36 years old, you said?
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
man.
He just peers around the little.
He just comes around the corner. She can hear the wheels screeching on that fucking linoleum tile. And there he is, jacking his dick off.
When I asked the other day, like, what
It's
is
a human being, man.
the percentage of people that, like, if you went into a Walmart and are, doing whatever they do, diddling boys or jerking off in front of people, it's just crazy because I've never seen it in my life. Like, we do these stories. Now we could do them almost every day, but I've never seen it. You know what I mean? I've never driven up on a car and
Keep
overtly.
your eyes open.
I know,
Yeah,
but
pay
it's-
attention.
Might be surprised.
but it's just funny to me, like, how. I
Head
don't
on a
even know.
swivel.
Like,
Head on a swivel. E.
right?
Sheriff
Mind-blowing.
Sheriff is not the only one arrested in Walmart this year. 55-year-old man was held after witnesses say they saw him jacking his dick off in the men's clothing section of one of the franchises in Alabama. What?
What is in there that's
What a
getting you hard
scene.
anyway?
What
Like,
a scene. You just saw, like, when you walk by the brassiere section or the panty
the
section.
Walmart brassiere section.
Oh, my God. Those big, sensible nylon panties. Panties.
Meanwhile, multiple men have been charged in the past few months alone for fondling their dick and balls in Walmart parking lots across all of America.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
What is that? Is that it just feels like You know, it's a huge lot. No one's paying attention. I can sit here and jack off.
But yet it's public, and I
I
could
would say,
get caught.
are
I
they
might
getting,
get caught.
are they
It's
getting
dangerous.
off? They're getting off on
Is
it.
it that, or do they just get hit in the moment? Because I could see E. You've probably jacked off in your car before in a parking lot, right? Looking to make
Jesus.
Not, I mean,
not
Jesus.
to fucking shock some woman or anything, but you got hit in the
You're
moment. You
just
got
too
your
far
phone
from home.
there.
no,
Too
I mean,
far from home.
unless you're talking about I mean, you know, I've camped before, and maybe if I slept in the back of my car, maybe if I woke up at like 7 in the morning and shit, and
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I
I'm not-
have in the sense that you're right, I guess, but like
I'm in no way saying you would do
no,
that
no.
to hurt somebody or make
I-
someone
not,
a victim
not what
at
you're
all.
talking about, though. Not like in the moment. Not like I was like on a trip where I was up north and I had an hour to kill. Like, I mean, no, I'm saying like you know what? I have done it in the back of my car.
Sure.
But it's been like I was camping.
The reason
up
I'm
north.
asking is not to call you out for being a fucking creep
I know.
in a Walmart
I
parking
get
lot,
it.
but I can understand being in a big lot parking lot like that, and you've got your phone with you, and that's what you use to jack off with your phone.
No, I'm so paranoid about like I remember even when you talk about when I joked about like back when I first started OCC, and then after like a month or so, I realized, oh shit, I don't even have to show up, and I would just sit in the car and take naps and listen to Drew and Mike or stuff like that. Like I would still get freaked out. Like after an hour, I'd almost be like, someone's gonna call and someone's gonna be like, why is this car here? And I was doing nothing wrong. I've taken naps in the back of my car in like the mall parking lot sometimes on this. From this show where it's like I left the show and I was driving like 2 hours to do comedy, and I'm like, fuck, this is a big enough parking lot. And I still, like, when I get out and go to the back of my car, I always think like, fuck, does this look weird? Oh my God, I must look like,
Yeah.
who's looking? So my point is, when you say like, oh, I look around and going, I have a hard time just taking a nap, even when I've done it like in a mall
Well,
parking lot.
you were an enrolled student at the time of the OCC. I don't know what you were worried about there. I mean, they're
No,
not
no,
gonna find
but
you.
I didn't do it at OCC. I would because I would have this weirdness. I'm like, oh,
There
what?
still is something threatening about that Suzuki Sidekick coming rolling up to you with
Yeah.
that yellow flashing light.
yellow
on the top.
light, does
the
that-
yellow gumball.
Does the yellow gumball mean I don't really have any power here?
Of course.
I mean, I did it. I did that. I mean, even last year, like last year when I came back, there was a time of a year ago or so where I slept in my car because I came back from the electric forest. I remember I got home I got to Holland at like 4 in the morning, but my room wasn't going to be ready, so I slept in my car in the Meyer parking lot, and I was like anxious about it. Like I was anxious that somebody was going to come by and be like, "Yo, what are you doing here?"
Won't
So
they
my
give
point
you
is
like
that
a day or something.
What's up?
Won't they give? Hasn't Walmart said like, yeah?
Well, Walmart, you can park your RV in a Walmart parking lot and use it for a night, like if you want. They allow you to camp you can camp in Walmart parking lots. And I'm sure again,
Why don't you just go Walmart parking lot to Walmart parking lot? Just do that every day. Just all you
my
got to do.
retirement plan, Mike.
No, you know what, Jay? I honestly think people like I've thought about that before. If I was trying to do
use
a
it
cross
like
country
a-
road
like
trip,
a rest area
yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly, because they will not technically.
It's
I mean,
lit.
I'm
There's
sure that
people around,
it's
right?
open 24 hours.
Yeah.
You could go in there and use the bathroom. You could go in there and get some snacks if you really needed to or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a limit. I'm sure if they saw you there for 3 days, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, dude, you can't live here." But
Yeah.
but to answer your question, I wouldn't sit there and think like, yeah, no one's gonna see this.
So what Mike is wondering is, are these people who are they're too far from home, they got to whack off, I'm pulling over, I'm getting this
Get
done,
my iPhone out.
or are these people who are like, I'm in public, but not
More of that
Yeah,
to me.
public.
I think it's
Watching women walk out of the store.
It's probably 90% to 10 that they're that versus the guy that's just.
I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I think you guys aren't giving enough credit to the iPhone. The fact that you have accessible video porn on you 24 hours a day. And
So you think there are a lot of pullover guys who are just like, I got to whip one off.
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know that everyone's out there oogling.
I could maybe go to 80-20, but I wouldn't go further than that. I think most.
And I don't know. I'm just asking.
You could talk me into 80-20.
Yeah.
I can
Maybe
move
so.
on this.
I hate to think that we live in a society where it's like, I just want this girl to make eye contact with me while I'm
Yeah.
chatting.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Because I could see like getting worked up. Like I've banged a chick in a parking lot before, but I wasn't looking to like shock anybody else around.
Yeah, but
Hope
it's
not to be
clearly a
seen.
thing, right? The whole public thing and,
Yeah.
the danger that comes with it.
Yeah. Like the 29-year-old guy in Sterling Heights, was he? Dodge Park?
So that's this one. I'll just slide. I'll just hit another tab, and there we go.
That picture,
This weirdo.
that picture of shame on Bill Benjamin Brown's face of Warren.
Somebody took a right cross at some point in his life, didn't he?
Yeah. You think so?
Pretty tough one, yeah.
Yeah. 29 years old. It's like he knows, oh shit, they're taking this picture now, and this is the picture that's going to be tagged with me forever.
It's all alleged.
Yes. He was in 41A District Court in Sterling Heights on 2 counts of aggravated indecent exposure. The charges stem from 2 related incidents, August 1st in Dodge Park. An off-duty officer is jogging on an asphalt trail when she observes a very tall man with gray pants riding a mountain bike and fondling his dick and balls in full view of the public. How can you ride a mountain bike and
It's not the ideal position, I wouldn't think.
No, I mean, I would rather have one of those chick bikes maybe without the bar in the middle, but...
Well, sitting on a bike seat. It's not ideal.
And then about a half hour later, another woman observed Brown on his bike with his dick exposed. The second victim stated she tried to go in a different direction to avoid the suspect, but what do you know?
There he
she
was.
turns the corner, finds him sitting on a bench with his dick and balls out, jacking off in public.
He's ubiquitous.
So that's 3 close calls. Now you're being charged with all of them. Like, you couldn't, like, all right, dude, she saw your dick. She's on foot. You're on a bicycle. It's unlicensed plated. Just get the fuck out of there. No. Take a seat on a bench, see if I can't get another chick to look at me jacking my junk.
I don't even know what to think about it. I don't get it.
Ugh.
At all. I don't know what you think is going to happen.
I know. And you know what the sad part is? It must mean, to some extent, that there's a lot of success.
There must
that these
be.
guys are
You're
getting
right.
away with a lot of shit before they finally get taken down.
And I know that seems like it's not...
Now, let me say this. I believe the success there is simply that he's shocking these women, and then they're not reporting it, or they're not finding... Okay, it's not like these women are going, oh, what are you doing there, big boy?
No, I don't think he didn't mean that.
Okay.
No woman has ever done that.
He means he's gotten away with it.
That's never happened, right? Outside of a bad 70s, 80s porn script.
Never happened.
Has it ever happened where a guy rolls down his window...
No, that's why these dick out. That's why these guys who stare at chicks in traffic and stuff just kill me. Like, just what do you think? She's gonna go, yeah, pull over.
No, but it's nice to look at a beautiful girl.
Just sitting there staring. Yeah.
And even if she does, by the way,
weird.
think about the girl that would, the girl that sees you and goes, you know what? Fuck it.
Yes.
Right over there.
Corner
she
parking
certainly
lot.
doesn't do that a lot. I'm sure she's pure virgin,
Yes.
just a nice college
You're
girl.
her only one.
Yeah. No, so if you see a chick walking down the street, clearly looking smoking hot, she's got the yoga pants on, the fucking midriff showing or whatever, and walking in, people are like, damn. You don't think that's
Well,
I think he's talking about 2 different things, for one.
It's
I mean,
totally just talking about the guys
people
in
can
traffic,
move their
the
eyes
car
and
fox?
see a hot chick. He's not talking about a guy that's just kind of walking like, oh, shit, and then
Yeah.
kind of keep walking.
Right.
you're talking about the car fox.
The car fox.
Yeah.
He's talking about the guy that's sitting there staring at her.
Yes.
Where do you notice that?
I've seen it.
Dude, I've seen that tons of times.
Really,
For sure.
guys just like, ugh.
Yes.
It's like,
Gotta get on the
what do you
roads
want her
more,
to do?
Mike.
Seriously, sit
Maybe
in traffic
so.
more.
Maybe
See it
so.
all the time.
I seriously don't see that. So you're witnessing a girl in a car over here
Yeah.
appears to be attractive.
Let's say
and
you're
then some
sitting
dude-
behind her. You can tell it's a younger chick just by the shape of the head and the hair, whatever.
Isn't that amazing how you can do that?
And then you see a guy pull up next to her, so he's just kitty corner from you, and then you
okay.
just see him start staring, just staring. Come on, just stop it! Why do you do that?
She has to see.
Of course
feel,
she-
feel
yes,
that.
she
you can
feels it.
feel. It's
Dude,
a weird sense when you can feel eyes
When you're
upon you.
when you're driving, we all have been that before. You pass someone and you kind of look over and they're looking at.
Yes.
There's just this weirdness where you
Yeah.
can sense it.
Oh, ladies, I'm so sorry.
I know.
I'm so sorry what you guys have to deal with. I mean, it's just brutal.
It is.
Because they can feel those eyes upon them as well.
Yes.
Poor things. Hey, before we get out of here, you want to see? Are you familiar with werewolf syndrome?
I don't think so.
It's 16 children have developed werewolf syndrome after taking contaminated medicine in Spain. And the medicine, these are infants. They all have hypertrichosis, hair growth throughout the body. After taking a formula tainted with minoxidil. Isn't that the acne shit, minoxidil?
I don't know.
It's an alopecia remedy. The babies were given tainted omeprazole. Okay, that's the acid reflux medication. As part of a formula, when they stopped taking the meds, the hair growth did subside a bit. But yeah, do you have the video there, Ian? I was like, boy, oh boy, they've really upped the werewolf syndrome game.
Oh my gosh, it's fucking Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Listen, I've seen. Wow, that's a lot of hair.
He's had it his whole life. He was a baby, caught it.
I think I remember seeing. Okay, now we're on to like little.
This,
people.
you know, it's a show called
Born Different.
Yeah, it must be.
I think I remember seeing the werewolf syndrome in some classic, like old tabloid, Inquirer photos or whatever.
And then
but this is like nothing I've ever seen, man.
Until the documentary that you referenced, Werewolf, Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Until that documentary came out, we didn't know it was real.
Had no idea.
He's fine.
The monkey gods were angry.
Look at, dude, that's
his head hair just goes into his face, like it just
Teen Wolf.
continues.
He's on an iPhone. We tell everyone it's a birth defect. Yeah, no shit.
I know, like, does it need an explanation?
Wouldn't you go out on all fours if you were that kid? I would.
Is there?
13-year-old Lallet.
Is it totally futile to suggest that he shave every day?
He's like, fuck that. I've been born like this my whole life, man.
I wonder what would happen. Honestly, I wonder how.
Yeah, can't we trim that up a little bit?
Yeah, you can.
Maybe it just grows so fast. They need to explain that. How fast it grows, or.
Wow. So it's only on his face. It's not. It doesn't go down
No,
his body or anything.
it can be on your body too.
Wow.
His arms. But dude, that is a fucking sheepdog.
Yeah,
They've tried lots of treatments. Here
I
you go.
really do want to know whether shaving could work.
That scene right there of him reaching in to help out. I feel so bad, but at the same time, it's funny.
But it always grows back. Okay, it grows back, just like my beard grows back.
Yeah. Ooh, he's also a little naughty. Whatever that means.
You know, shaving is an annoyance.
Oh.
That, if you have to do it every day, it sucks. But wouldn't you say it's worth it in this situation?
Yeah, but if you're trying to shave your eyelids, you know what I mean?
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
Well, and the other thing is, Jay, even if it does, okay, what about, I mean, the reality is that might look better than shaving it all day and having it throughout the day. It just starts growing and it looks weird, and it's.
You think that looks better than anything? What we just watched?
Possibly that part of when you're growing a beard where it's.
He's only 8.
Scruffy and it's.
He's only 8, and
poor little guy.
Historically, no, he loves it. He doesn't want to do any shaving. He's born that way. He's fine with it, So throughout history, those afflicted have been a great source of interest. They've performed in traveling circuses, freak shows. Why would you take that off the table for him?
I don't think
that'd
we
be
could do
dope
freak
as
shows
hell.
anymore.
No?
No, not really.
Traveling circus is still a thing? I mean, we should get him going.
Starship co-pilot?
Why couldn't we cage him up, get him on the road?
I think that was done centuries ago.
I know,
think
but dude,
I think it's
reboots.
frowned upon now. I don't know.
If we can
Maybe
bring
not.
90210 back, why can't we bring the freak show back?
I know.
Grab a bearded lady, an elephant man.
I want to know how fast it grows back.
I know.
I think it's faster than your 5 o'clock shadow.
I think it's worth it, it's worth it.
Treatment options are limited, and the results of therapy not always satisfactory. Maybe they don't have clippers there.
Gillette is a pretty woke company. We remember that they had that really woke commercial not too long ago. This is something that they could get on board with, right? Lifetime supply
of, let's see, not razor blades. They've got to come clippered, right? You got a clipper.
You got to do the whole thing. I think you need
a system.
You need the ear and nose clippers, everything. You see his ears.
Maybe they could develop a special eyelid shaver and forehead shaver for him.
The Flowbee is missing out on this.
Yeah, there's a whole market there. 13 kids, or did I say 16 kids? Like out of nowhere, 16 children develop it.
Damn.
Over what? Propecia meds and fucking acid reflux meds. Who knew?
A cocktail causes that.
All right, you guys ready to get out of here? I got to get you guys out of here. I have a showing of house viewing today.
Ooh.
Yes. So doing a walkthrough. So I got to clean this place. So if you guys don't mind, people can still continue to email in. Email at DetroitCast.com, and we'll get to those when we have more time. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Guys good? All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, sugar.